Hi, good morning. Magandang umaga. Besh po.
Thank you.
Hello, so
Hi.
you will drill 30 seconds per question. 30 seconds na may bell. Hindi bell, palitan.
Okay.
Tell us something about it.
Hello, I'm Sigrid Grace Flores from Catanduanes. I'm a missionary, a motivational speaker. I'm also a charity worker and a founder of a charitable group.
What
Okay.
is one beautiful word in your local language, and what does it mean?
Magayon. That means beautiful. And I think that there's just so much beauty in my language, in my dialect, in my province, Catanduanes, because not just it offers a lot of beautiful tourist spots, but it actually is amazing because even if it is situated in a very calamity-prone place, it gives so much symbolism of strength and resilience to not just in.
What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
As a child, I experienced growing in a riles ng tren. And it is where I actually found my life goal and my purpose. I resolved that I would use my life to create a language of hope and a narrative of hope to be a representation of love to the people who are in the underprivileged area. So when I was able to get out of that situation, I really committed myself and did my best to be a better version of myself. And now I'm a charity worker. Thank you.
In this pandemic, what is the most important lesson that you learned?
The very important lesson that I learned is to do away with apathy. And that's always what I believed in, because I believe that people are naturally compassionate and loving. And I think that it is an eye-opener that we need each other to see each other through, especially in times like this. And I've seen how we've come together, and I know that if we become a one heart, we can overcome any crisis, even this pandemic.
If you win the crown, how would you help your...
For such a time as this, I believe that we need a queen that knows how to unite people's hearts. And especially now that we are in the middle of the pandemic, I will educate people about the role of charity and helping out. And I will compel them to be involved in the arena of charity because I believe that it is our role to see each other through. And of course, if we become one heart, we are going to be an unstoppable force. Thank you.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I think the color that represents a phenomenal woman is yellow because it is actually a color that symbolizes joy, happiness, and especially hope. And I think that is what we need right now.
Okay, working from home is the new norm.
Yeah.
So what skills do you think we need for what we call the workplace of the future?
I think that it is amazing how the pandemic allowed us to become more resourceful and creative. And personally, what I learned is that we should optimize the social media. And I am a motivational speaker. Before, I used to go to events. But now, I was able to do motivational speaking engagements even through online. So there are a lot of people who would contact me, and I was able to do as effective, even if I was not there in a physical place.
Okay, can you name one spot, man-made or natural, from Catanduanes that you'd like to promote to the world?
Oh, I'd love to promote Puraaran. It is a surf spot, and I really love the beach. I'm a beach person, and aside from that, it actually showcases what we are known for, the land of the howling winds. So we have very good waves, and I think that if I will be able to showcase it to the world will know that Catanduanes is a force to reckon with.
There's a campaign to hashtag Love Local. So when it comes to products, local products, what would you like to promote and why?
I think I would promote abaca. It is very native to Catanduanes and endemic to Philippines, distinctly Filipino. It is not just world acclaimed when it comes to its quality. It is also it symbolizes strength and resilience of not just Katandunganons, of course, but the Filipinos. And I think if it will be given, if it will be given enough attention and research, it will help us to be recognized internationally.
The last question is, what do you think young people should focus on?
I think the young people should focus on working on bettering themselves, finding out their passion and purpose, because when they know their passion and purpose, that can serve as their internal compass, and they will never go wrong in life. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much po. Salamat.
Kasi ang narrative of hope, that's so nice. I'm going to steal.
I am so elated. I was able to really express myself well, and I think that I represented my province well as well. I think you really have to know who you are to be more self-aware. You have to be true to yourself and tethered to your purpose.
Good morning, everyone.
30 seconds for every question. Tell us something about it.
I'm Billy Hackinson. I'm representing Cavite. I work as a flight attendant and I've been flying for 4 years now. I am a dog person. I love to cook. I love staying at home. And I'm a bisexual and I'm proud to be here. It's the coffee. It helped.
What is one beautiful word in Filipino since you're from Cavite? And what does it mean?
I think my favorite Tagalog word would be kamusta. It shows concern. It shows that you really want to know something about the person, especially how the person is. And usually the reply is also kamusta. It reciprocates and the care is there. It is a legit communication between two people.
Next question. So what is that learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact?
I think if it's about lesson, it's lesson of being forgiving. It's something that I can carry out all throughout my life because keeping grudges in you is going to impact you more as a person instead of the other person that you're mad about. You have to be forgiving about everything, and I think it has to start from as early as a child because you have to bring it with you all throughout your life, and you have to be able to share this to everyone as well.
What about in this pandemic? What do you think is the biggest lesson that you learned?
That we have to ask for help. That there should be no shame in asking for help. And I experienced this especially with this journey because I live alone in Cebu. That's where I'm based. And that altruism is actually still evident in the world today. That cooperation is actually the key in challenges such as this.
If you win the Miss Universe crown, how will you help your community?
If it's in Cavite, I already started a few organizations. It's not really me who started it, but I've been a part of it. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I've been working for 4 years now, and I have been trying to support my family, and I haven't been really in-depth in terms of helping the community, but I would want to start doing so with the help of the Miss Universe organization.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Chartreuse.
Spell.
Green na lang. Green na lang. It's a very hard color to pull off, but I think with the right level of confidence, I can do it.
Cavite has a very soft spot in my heart.
Oh.
So, but I think I grew up there or my family's from Cavite. But if you have to name one spot, whether it's man-made or natural, that you'd like to promote to the world, what spot in Cavite would it be?
I think the pineapple farms of Silang Cavite. That's where I grew up. So going to school, going back home, I always pass by that. And the farmers there are really, really nice. We have a sari-sari store, and they would bring pineapples every morning if they can. And I love the sour ones especially, the ones that are not yet hinog. And I think that needs more promotion. That needs more, it can be promoted further. You can do other stuff with pineapples. We can make fabrics out of it, but it's not exposed.
Well, there's also a lot of people doing work from home now.
Yes.
So, what do you think are the skills that's needed in this so-called workplace of the future?
I think charisma and confidence is something that transcends the screen. It is something that you can show to everyone, even with the barrier of internet connection, technology, and screen. But I have to admit, something that's lacking is still warmth. And I think we have to work on that more. We have to translate it to people that we are still warm, that we are still loving, even if we're miles apart, even if I'm not there to physically support you, my warmth and my heart is still there. And I think that is something that we can really practice, especially us Filipinos, that we are really, really warm people.
There's a campaign to hashtag love local. So what local products do you want to promote and why? Pineapple story ba?
Maybe that's one, but since I love to cook, siguro Filipino food. I don't know why, but Filipino food is very diverse, but it's not really well known. We have Vietnamese food, we have pho, we have a lot of Asian food, but Filipino food is not really up there. So probably sisig. We have adobo, who is actually kind of Spanish, but we made a twist on it. We have sinigang, who is authentically Filipino. So I think that would be the first one, because a way to someone's heart is always through their stomach, especially for me.
The last question is, what is one thing you think young people should focus on?
I think they should focus on being more self-aware. They have been looking outside through their phones, comparing themselves with other people, when in fact they haven't really looked inside yet. They haven't observed and appreciated their strengths, their power, their weaknesses, what things they have to improve on. They've been so focused on molding themselves into packages of beauty and standards and hypes. I think they have to be more self-aware of themselves. They have to look deep within them, find that motivation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Grabe, likod ko. It's full moon niya.
Everyone who supports you, what about people who inspire you? Do you think they will look at you and say, I'm proud of this person right now?
I certainly hope so, but apart from that, I'm mostly trying to impress myself, first of all, because you cannot give something that you don't have. So I'm starting there, and then I'm trying to translate it to everyone who's going to watch me.
Hi, MJ. Maingod to.
Tell us something about yourself.
Maingod to ninyo tanan. Good noon. My name is Tracy Maureen Perez. I'm representing my hometown, Cebu City. I'm an industrial engineer by profession. I'm also a model and a beauty queen based in Cebu City. And an interesting fact about myself that I'm very proud of is that I'm a miracle baby. Life is an absolute blessing for me, and I take every chance that I can get to learn from every experience, both good and bad, so that I can definitely live my life to the fullest.
What is one beautiful word in Cebuano, and what does it mean?
Guapa. Definitely guapa for me, because it can mean a beautiful person, a beautiful experience, a beautiful place. And that for me is, I think, the most beautiful word that I can say about a Cebuano word. And that represents the Filipino and the Cebuano culture.
Next question. So what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
The biggest learning definitely is to be grateful. And, again, I'm a miracle baby, and my mom has always taught me that this life was given to me. It was a blessing to me. And so, yes, I take every chance that I can get to just experience, to have fun, and to make the most out of every situation, and to really connect with people, because that is the most important for me, connecting with people and connecting with them through experiences.
So in this pandemic, what do you think is the most important lesson that you learned?
During this pandemic, aside from taking care of our health, of course, health is the most important wealth that we have. It's also making sure that we have a safety net, that we are financially stable as much as possible, because that has been one of the biggest problems of every family in this country, financial instability, because of what happened. The pandemic has uprooted so many people and so many businesses, and I think if we can learn from this, we should be able to be more prepared next time.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
If I will be given this huge platform, I will push for equal opportunities for women, both in the workplace and in the school, in gaining access to education, because I think that women are already intelligent, smart, and powerful, empowered, but we have to give them the opportunity so that they can broaden and widen their horizons and be the best that they can be and reach their utmost and best potential.
What color do you think represents the phenomenon woman?
Definitely red. It's my favorite color. It's fiery, passionate, and it screams hope. It gives you life. Red for me is a definition of being powerful and being confident with who you are and showing to people what you can do, what you can be.
Work from home is now the norm, right?
Definitely.
So, what do you think are the skills needed to this so-called workplace of the future?
I'm actually working from home as well. For the past 2 years, actually, I've been working as a freelance. And I think that it's a beautiful opportunity for everyone transitioning online, transitioning into working from home. Not only does it does it have a lot of benefits to the businesses in terms of costs, but at the same time, for the people who are working, they have to develop that sense of resilience and being able to tell themselves, I have to wake up early and do my best every single day, even if no one is watching.
So, if there's one spot, man-made or natural, in Cebu City that you'd like to promote to the world, what would it be?
Definitely the Basilica del Santo Niño. That is the most historic place in Cebu City, and that is the exact reason why we celebrate Sinulog Festival. We gather so many people from all over the world, both locals and tourists, foreigners and Filipinos, so that we can celebrate the diversity of every single human being. And that is one of the most celebrated festivities in the country, and I'm very proud of that.
There's a campaign to hashtag love local. So which local product do you want to promote and why?
Lechon. I'm such a foodie. Lechon. Definitely, I'm sure a lot of people, if not everyone, loves lechon. It's one of my absolute favorites. I eat it. I try to eat it every week. Even if I'm from Cebu, I don't get used to how good it tastes, and it's definitely best paired with puso or the hanging rice. Puso or the hanging rice. So if you guys can visit Cebu sometime, I would love to bring you there.
What is one thing you think young people should focus on?
Young people should focus on finding their true selves, finding their purpose. With the social media, with the age of social media, we tend to get lost and we tend to copy a lot of people that we forget who we truly are and what we stand for and what we deserve. We deserve so much more if you really just look into ourselves, focus on our core values, and just stick to that, then we will be able to reach our full potential and be the best person we can be.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lechon.
Miss Lechon. You'll remember me for Miss Lechon. Puso. But I'm glad that you know the term puso because not a lot of people know that it's the hanging rice. Sarap. Larshan. At saka pungko-pungko. It was the best that I could give at the given time. And I was just being myself. And that's always the way to go. You can never go wrong with being yourself.
Well, I'm Inday Eliza Molina and I'm nervous. Maing buntag.
So, the other questions have 30 seconds to answer them. So first one is, please tell us something about yourself.
Okay, I have so many things to say about myself. Well, I'm Inday Eliza Molina and I'm nervous and excited. And I've always believed that Inday can do whatever I set my eyes and heart into. So, kinakabahan talaga ako. Okay. Nung bata pa ako, naalala ko, hindi ako binibigyan ng parents ko ng pera. So, sabi ko, okay, nakita ko na opportunity ko sa farm ng lolo ko. I'm sorry, it was 30 seconds.
Were you briefed over 30 seconds?
Yes.
30 seconds per...
I didn't know that. Okay.
So, okay, second question. So, you have 20 seconds to answer this.
Okay.
So, what is one beautiful word in your local language or dialect, and what does it mean?
Padayon. That means continue. In life, I've failed so many times, but in our language, we are taught that no matter how many times you fall, you have to stand back up and smile and move forward. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
Great question. what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
Oh, that was when I worked in our farm, in my grandfather's farm. Kasi hindi ako binibigyan ng pera. So I realized, okay, magtatrabaho ako sa farm para may extra allowance ako. And then I realized na if may initiative ka and you are hardworking, you can get whatever it is that you want in life. And now I'm here.
In this pandemic, what is that one major lesson that you learned from this pandemic?
That food is very difficult to get from the farm to your table. And that was a life-changing event for me to be able to volunteer in an organization called Move Food Initiative. I learned how to become a driver, a tindera, maybe a farmer sometimes, but now I respect farmers even more, and I hope I can teach everyone to really value the food on their table.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community?
I have been helping my community even though I don't have the crown yet. When the pandemic happened, I connected them to our municipal hall and asked for seeds. And now I'm looking at succeeding as an entrepreneur for our Vanilla Dream Farm so I can help not only our community but the entire Mindanao as well. We are targeting to help the coconut farmers and plant vanilla in between. So not only that, ba't ako kinakabahan? I'm so excited to be here. Okay, relax, Eliza, relax. Okay.
Madali lang to. What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Yellow.
Why?
Actually, and women empowerment is violet, but my favorite color is yellow. Because when you see yellow, it captures your attention right away and makes you happy. And it's bright, brings you joy. That's me.
So, if there is one spot in Davao City, man-made or natural, that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be?
Well, Davao City is known to be the home of the Dutertes, but we are also a home of 11 ethno-linguistic groups. So we transformed one park into a place where people can visit and meet all the 11 ethno-linguistic groups, including their houses, what they have in their homes, their costumes, and their people. And I want you to get to know them more.
Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Another thing that we hear a lot nowadays is work from home. So they say this is the workplace of the future. So what skills do you think is needed in this so-called workplace of the future?
When the pandemic happened, I was able to grow a garden in my balcony, and I believe in sustainability. So I think people should learn how to grow their own food in their backyard or balcony. So no matter how many pandemics happen, hopefully nothing will come in the future. They will be food secure and they will never go hungry.
There's a campaign, hashtag Love Local. So, looks like you're doing your part.
Yes,
What local product do you want to promote and why?
Definitely the vegetables of the farmers. I want to make sure that one day we can help the food system be better, because there are so many things that we can promote, but we are not helping our farmers to make sure that they can reach the markets. And I want to help them to be able to reach the markets right away, so no more food will be wasted. Thank you.
Question is, what is one thing you think young people like you should focus on?
Themselves. You can never get anywhere if you don't know who you are. When you know who you are, you know where you are going. So with me, I know that I am a farmer, and no matter how many places I visit, I would always go back to the farm, and that's where I want to improve my community and my family.
Thank you. That was the last question.
Okay. More. Thank you.
Benguet to Baguio Farm. Magalit na naman yung mga Benguet beans.
If there's anyone you wanted to inspire with your performance, who would it be?
I think the young Indays, kasi ang daming Inday sa probinsya namin that they think the only breakthrough in life is to get married. And I want to show them that they can be whatever they want to be and they can always follow their dreams. Kahit paano pa sabihin ng society or ng parents nila sa kanila.
Nahirapan na ako.
Hi, good morning po.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning
How
po.
are you?
I'm cold.
Are you cold?
Yeah, it's cold. Wala lang, trip ko lang.
Feel mo lang.
Yes.
Okay, so you can speak in your language if you would like to.
Ooh.
Pwede mix, pwede rin na English. Walang yata nagbibisaya sa amin dito pero pwede yung subtitle.
Okay.
30 seconds lang.
Okay.
Every answer. Tell us something about it.
My name is Wam Ahmed. The meaning of my name is peace. I love reading books and I love sketching.
What is one beautiful word in your local language? Just one. And
Padayon.
What does it mean?
Padayon means to keep on going, to continue. So it's related to my advocacy rin kasi about mental health awareness. So padayon.
Padayon. Next question. What is that one learning experience that you had when you were a child that made so much impact on you?
The lesson that I had to be vulnerable, na I have to be human in order to grow more. Kasi before, I was such a shy kid na talagang enclosed talaga lahat. And then growing up, I realized na it's okay to actually just be vulnerable and affectionate because that's where we grow.
And then what about in this pandemic? What do you think is the most important lesson that you've learned?
The most important lesson that I've learned is to just keep on going. No matter how hard it is, no matter how frustrated you are, no matter how dark it is, just keep on going kasi even though you're frustrated, towards the end of this tunnel, lagi talaga may bright side.
If you win, how will you help your community?
If I would win, I'd like to give more recognition about my advocacy po, mental health awareness po. More on sa province ko po, Davao del Norte. I have to start small muna. I have to start with my province first and with the children talaga.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I think the color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is red because it's fierce, it's passionate, and it's empowering.
Okay, if there's one spot, man-made or natural, in Davao del Norte that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be?
I'd like to promote Talaingod because it's a municipality in my province na punong-puno ng IP and it isn't that visited that much. Kasi ang binibisita talaga sa amin is Sabal Island kasi nga the beaches and everything. But when you go to Talaingod, you would see the culture talaga doon and you would appreciate it even more.
Okay, so another question. You've been hearing the word work from home, work from home, work from home.
Yes.
So siya, kumbaga. So what do you think are the skills needed to this so-called
Work at home.
workplace of the future? Yeah.
I feel like work at home, kailangan talaga disiplina kasi it's so hard to work at an environment where you're used to being relaxed talaga. So environment really matters when it comes to doing certain kinds of things. So I really think the disiplina talagang pinaka-importante.
There's a campaign that's called #LoveLocal.
Yes.
So if it were up to you, which local product would you want to push and why?
I'm wearing the local product I like to push. This is actually the first ever fabric sa province ko in Davao del Norte. This is Musa fabric. It's made out of banana fiber. Kasi usually sa Mindanao, ang ginagamit is talaga is tinalak, if you noticed. And this is the first ever Musa fabric made out of banana fibers. So I'm proudly representing this. Yes.
Kahit malamig, di ba?
Oh. Thank you po.
Last question. What is one thing you think that young people should focus on?
I think young people should focus on themselves and on their mental health because it is important to put yourself first when it comes to situations. Yourself has to come first talaga before other people.
Thank you. Good night.
You know po?
Yeah.
So ba?
5 minutes each lang.
Okay po. Thank you so much.
Ano gumawa na?
Miss Joy Su po sa Davao del Norte.
Banana fiber, no?
Yes po.
I hope you enjoyed your Q&A and you can probably rest up for your next event.
I enjoyed my Q&A so much. I was laughing and I was promoting everything about my province. I loved everything that happened kanina.
All good vibes.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning. I am Rabia Oxania Mateo, 23, representing the City of Love, Iloilo. I am biracial. I'm sorry. I did introduce myself na. Yes.
Okay. So, 30 seconds lang. Given the introduction, tell us something about yourself.
I'm actually biracial. My mom is an Ilongga and my dad is an Indian, if you can see through my features. However, I was raised in a broken family and I experienced a really poor life. And I was able to rise from our situation as well because of educating myself. And now I decided to give back to my community and I became a lecturer for physical therapy. That's why I was able to go to...
What is one beautiful word in your local language and what does it mean?
One beautiful word would probably guapa, which means beautiful. I feel like we have this statement in Iloilo, basta Ilongga guapa, which means every Ilongga is beautiful. And I'm very proud that with Miss Universe Philippines, I was able to bring that kind of aspect that every Filipino would know that statement, basta Ilongga guapa.
So, what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
If there would be one thing that I learned through my mother, that would be always forgive people. Because there's no such thing as a perfect person. And when my dad left us, she never speak ill about him. That's why in every situation, even though other people would hurt me, I still choose to see the goodness in them.
What about in this pandemic? What is the most important lesson that you learned?
You know what? Even though you're struggling, you can still become the symbol of hope. I myself, I had fears, uncertainty, but I still realized that I could still give back to Iloilo City. Out of my pocket, I decided to cook for the frontliners, and I know that's just a simple way, but that's my best way to help our modern heroes.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community? Well, you mentioned that, but are there other things that you plan to do when you win the crown?
Being a Miss Universe, you become influential. So I want to go back to my advocacy, which is Feed Me and I Read You program, which we help those children living near the dump site. If you have seen my Beyond the Coastline video, I want to go back there. And we need a lot of materials, learning materials. And I feel like being a Miss Universe, I will be able to pull donors into our project to make it foster even better.
What's the name of the program again?
Feed Me and I Read You program.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I feel that a phenomenal woman is red because red is power and I am red.
Work from home is now a norm. So what do you think are the skills needed to this future workspace or future workplace of the future? Sorry.
As of the moment, I am working from home because we don't have classes, live classroom classes. That's why we decided to conduct our lectures online. I feel like nowadays we need to adapt to the situation. So we need to be versatile in what is happening around us. And online business or working from home is such a huge opportunity for us to spend more time with our family and as well trying to enjoy the life.
If you can name one spot, man-made or natural, in your in Iloilo City, what would it be?
I would definitely want to bring all of you to Haro Cathedral because you know what, in Iloilo we don't have much of natural spots, but Haro Cathedral is like an establishment that witnessed the love and devotion that Ilonggos have towards God, and I feel like it's been there since the Spanish era. So with timeless memories and modernization, we were able to, you know, arrive to be the Ilonggos that we are today.
There's a campaign that's hashtag Love Local. So if it were up to you, which local product do you want to promote and why?
You know what? It was also asked to me during Miss Iloilo, and I want to bring to the global community our very own hablon. That is our indigenous fabric. And I feel like, you know, it enriches the culture of not just Iloilo, but of our country. Every time I wear hablon, I don't just wear Iloilo, but I wear Philippines.
Nice line. Last question. What is one thing young people like you should focus on?
You need to invest in yourself. As of the moment, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of bashers or backlash. But at the end of the day, when you practice self-love, you get to know the right weapon in order for you to win life. And I feel like right now, I am ripe enough to win the competition because I've done everything that I could to transform to become a phenomenal woman that I am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you po. Actually, at first, I was kind of hesitant because you need 30 seconds to answer one question. But in the end, I was able to gain that momentum. And I feel like up until now, there's so much energy in me. I can do another round.